DNA test, lack of trust, or the way to go. Or the way to go. All right, so we're talking about DNA tests, lack of trust, or the way to go. So this topic was sparked off by Nedu and his family and ex-wife drama. So, but this wasn't the first time. There's people. I think number 1 and 2, between Jamaica and Nigeria, as the top countries for paternity fraud.
Are you serious?
Facts of life.
Jesus is
As a matter of fact, let me check. You know,
so, oh my
paternity
God.
fraud.
Oh,
Top
why now?
paternity. How do you spell paternity, baby? Paternity
That's it. You got
fraud.
it.
Statistics.
FRAUD.
Oh, my bad. Top countries.
Are you serious?
That's what I heard somewhere. How true is claim? Nigeria has second highest paternity. Well, in reaction to a story on Twitter, Jamaica has the highest rate of paternity fraud in the world at 34.6, next to Nigeria. Oh wait, Jamaica has the highest.
Yes.
Next to Nigeria, which allegedly ranks second at 30%. Well, I don't trust all of these places. I don't trust any of these sources. But anyway,
Okay. Get back to the story.
anyway, let's get back to the Coco story. So we have some comments, as usual. So is it trust? The question is it lack of trust or forget trust? This is not about trust. It should just be. What do you think?
It's lack of trust now. Which kind of question is this? This is a jam question. For God's sake.
But is it the way? Is it the way to go? Do you think?
No, it's not the way
Okay,
to
we already
go.
said that how we feel about that. That's
It's not sustainable.
yeah,
It's not.
It doesn't make sense. If
It's
you
not
need, if you
sustainable.
that doesn't mean if you have doubt,
That you shouldn't
lack
do
of
the
trust,
needful.
do what you got to do because
Yes.
that doubt is going to eat you up forever. It's going to eat you up alive if you don't get the answer to it.
Yeah.
But getting the answer to it is going to be it's going to create trouble for you. Some people say you should go behind your wife and swap the baby's mouth.
Oh wow.
Well, do it. If you do it, please. This is a secret you have to take to your grave. Because the moment you come back and it's your son or your daughter, and you come back and tell you did
play
that
joke,
that's going to create
Hey.
trauma and
Yeah.
it's going to create drama.
and
it's going
then
to,
your wife will not trust you too because
will
it's
not-
also lack of trust now.
Then you're going to hear, how could you?
Yeah,
How could you?
because you just betrayed
Right?
her trust.
If you don't trust her, she cannot trust you. So now, if you now end up finding out that these are not your children, then there's nothing to discuss. Basically, it's going to be fight.
It's over.
It's basically what you've suspected all the while. But what I always tell people, if you have the doubt, do what you got to do. You
Yeah,
know.
absolutely.
But trying to now, because of your own insecurities about you think everyone is going to do
Now
that
you're
to
gonna
you,
project
you're
that.
now projecting on everyone in the world, and you're trying to say everyone should do it.
Yeah, that's wrong.
You know, it's not about the DNA test. It tells me a lot about you.
Right.
It made me question you. Like you are moving around life with guards up, and you feel like every woman is out to hurt
To
you.
get you. Yes.
Maybe you've been exposed to certain experiences with women. I understand it. It can happen, right? I get it.
Your butt hurt.
But it is what it is. That's what's going on. It tells me a lot more than just this question. If you tell me that that's the way to go, it tells me a whole lot more. But let's see what some of the comments are. And that doesn't mean right or wrong. I'm just saying. It just, you know. So Tola says, parenthood is not the donation of sperm and egg. It's the nurturing, caring, and bond. I know where she's going. She doesn't believe in DNA test. So DNA test is rubbish. What happens to foster and adopted parents? No. If if somebody feels like their child, biological child, is not theirs, and they have that doubt, that's a complete story. That you somebody see, we're saying they're coming already for her. Tosan says it's not rubbish. With the direction of society is heading, people living their lives with willy-nilly If the situation arises and demands it, then you do it. Well, the situation that arises that you don't trust, let's be clear, right?
No
You have doubts.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. It's okay to admit you have doubts, right? Then you do it. After all, the parties should have nothing to hide or fear. Yeah, it's that simple, right? To regards to your quip and adoption, DNA has nothing to do with it. If one is going to adopt, let them know they are adopting. What's the point in conning someone into thinking they are raising the fruit of their loins when you know it's not true? By the way, if contribution of sperm and egg wasn't a fundamental part of parenthood, why do you think that has survived through all evolutionary changes? Well, because there are people, and I say, so if a person has doubts, uncle, yes, that was 3 days ago. Anyway, my uncle says, this question surprised me coming from you. I said, these are questions in the news, just curious of people's insights and opinions on the matter.
Uncle was shocked.
Uncle is like, what kind of question is this? It's lack of trust, absolutely. By Brashagun. When I say Brashagun like that, it sounds like Brashagun of Lasisi. Brashagun on Sundays. In Lasisi 11 episodes.
I don't know Brashagun. I don't watch Lasisi.
Somebody knows what I'm talking about right now.
Somebody probably does, but I'm not a fan of the
all right.
Hey.
This person said the righteous have nothing to fear. I said, sorry, who is righteous? The woman or the man? It says Psalm 11:6. So wherever the cap fits between the both of them should wear it. I can't. Listen, these people, man. Anyway, so Uncle says those who think DNA tests mean lack of trust should rethink.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I've rethought it over and over again. It's exactly that. It's a doubt. That's precisely what it is, and there's nothing wrong. You may have your reasons why you're doubting that a person you married. Now, if it's a person that's a side chick or something, some situation that wasn't official in the house, that's different. So what if it's not your children? Then you will find out when you find out. I mean, if you have doubts, go find out now. But the idea of projecting the doubt on the rest of the world is what I was like, that's problematic. It's not going to be that simple. It's going to be a bunch of people with insecurities catching that fire and basically potentially destroying their homes, But maybe their homes deserve to be destroyed. Maybe they already have doubts. Who's to say not, right? So Fisaya says, trust is not automatic, trust is earned. That's true. No one asks for a DNA without seeing something or feeling funny. Absolutely. So I now say, so trust must have been tampered with. Right? Kemi says trust is missing. Yep, that's that right there. Yeah, I absolutely think, right? You think that too, right? It's obviously trust. That's precise. But again, we're not saying trust so that we can tell you you're wrong if you want it. But acknowledge this trust, and you have to make sure that you are prepared for what's to come to your marriage. If you do go to your wife and ask for a DNA test, or you go do the DNA test, 10 years later you remind your wife, you didn't know I did it. What? How dare you?
Don't be overreact.
Don't say we didn't
warn you.
We told you that this was possible.
Don't say you didn't know. It's not a big deal now. Maybe they are my kids anyway. Why are you mad?
It is a big deal.
It's a trust issue.
Yeah.